Assalamualaikum. So today I will show you how you can do the load balancing with MyCotic in very easiest way. You will get lot of tutorial in the internet, but there need lot of script and lot of knowledge to do this. But today I will show you the easiest way to the to load balancing. Okay, so here is a very easiest picture to show what is load balance. Load balance is just like if you use a single one or single ISP connection. So what may happen that your ISP may down so that you will not get the internet, and sometimes your ISP speed may be problem. But if you have more than one ISP, like one ISP, two ISP, three ISP, four ISP, you can get any number of ISPs to the MyCotic router. So like this ISP is giving you 10 Mbps, this ISP is giving you 10 Mbps, this ISP giving 10 Mbps, this also 10. So if you do the load balancing, you will get around 30 to 40 Mbps. That means it will it will sum the speed of the ISP. And there is another option, is failover. So what is failover? Like if you have two ISP, if first ISP is fail, automatically the total internet will handle by the second ISP. In the same way, if the second ISP is fail, then it will automatically handle the internet by the first ISP. So the load balancing and failover is the best method to get the uninterrupted internet supply. So now I will show how you do the configuration in the very easiest way. So first we will build the script through MyCotic Wizard. This is the MyCotic Wizard. This is the easiest solution to develop this script. So I have just logged in with my ID. You can just create an account. This is very easy. And after logging there, you will just get a helpful manual here. This is the helpful manual. I will show how to do this very easily. So first click the start. After clicking start, you can type the configuration name. Like I'm just giving a name with the Marsus test. This is my name. And there is simple configuration and the extended configuration. So for the load balancing, we have to select the extended configuration. Okay, I'm selecting the extended configuration. So this is the router name. You can just write your name in router or anything as you wish. Okay, so this is the local network, and the local network address must be different with your WAN address. So I prefer to take my address like this. This is very uncommon address for the WAN connection. So no one connection will be like the same address. This is the different network. So I'm just writing local network 192.168.50/24. And if you need enable Wi-Fi, then if you have the Wi-Fi option in your router, then you can just put the Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi username and the password. Okay, so this is the DNS server. Just click the automatically. If you click automatically, the DNS server will configure automatically. Okay, so one port location, there is two options, fast and last. If you just click the fast, then first two port will use for the one connection, and if you just select last, the last two port will use the one connection. Okay, so there is ISP1, ISP2. Okay, I am just getting ISP with the DHCP. You can get the ICP with DHCP or static IP address. If you have the static IP address, then you will get this IP address like this. This is the real IP. And PPE authentication. Sometimes you may get the PPE authentication from the ISP. So just give the login and password of the PPE authentication. Suppose I just get the configuration from the ISP is DHCP. So DHCP no need any username or password. In the same way, just give ISP2. This ISP2 also could be PPE authentication. Then you just give username password here. If it is DHCP, then no need any configuration. So these are the configuration for the ISP1 and ISP2. So this is the configuration for this ISP1 and this ISP2. Okay, and the combination is okay. Now the failover and load balancing. So from here you can select load balancing 1:1, 2:1, 3:1. So what does it mean? If you select 1:1, like if my ISP1 speed is 20 Mbps, 20 MB, and the ISP2 address ISP2 speed is 10 MB, then the best configuration for your ISP is 2:1. Okay, and if your ISP supplies you this way, our first ISP is giving more speed 30 Mbps and second ISP is 10 Mbps, then your connection will be 3:1. But if your ISP is giving the same speed, both ISP same speed, then you just click this 1:1. Okay, and if you don't want to load balance, if you want just only failover, then this one is okay. That means if ISP1 fail, the ISP2 will be used for the backup. But the best practice is just I'm clicking load balance 1:1. Okay, so the configuration is okay. I'm just giving the extended. I am just giving the local network IP address, and if you have Wi-Fi, click Wi-Fi DNS server automatically, and the ISP1 configuration here, ISP2 configuration here, load balance here, and the submit. Okay, after submit, just the item is saved. Once you will click the search, you will see all the configuration is here. Okay, I just download the configuration. Once I download the configuration will be downloaded. So I'll show what the configuration. Okay, this is the file I got from the MikroTik wizard site, and I have to just I have to upload this file to the MikroTik. So I'm just going to the MikroTik now. This is my Winbox. Go to Winbox and you will see your router here. Once your router is connected with the computer, just click here and connect. So once you will connect, you will see everything there. So what you have to do, just do a system reset. So from where you will do the system reset, just go system. Okay, just click the no default configuration. Just click this one only. Just click this one and click the reset configuration. After that, your router will reboot and the everything in the configuration will be deleted. So what you have to do now just go to the file section, and then file section, just upload and select the file that you have downloaded from internet. Okay, just I have selected, and this is the load balance file. This file I got from the MikroTik wizard script. Now I have to install this script in the Microsoft wizard. So for this I will just go to the new terminal. Okay, now just right here I am port import, then just file name. This is the file name load balance. So I can just copy the file name from the rename option. I'm just making it copy so that it will be exactly same. I just create paste, then I just hit the enter. Once I hit the enter, the configuration will be loaded and it will restart. After just reboot, I will see everything is okay. Here is my interface. All these configurations done by automatically. You know, the if you do this in manual, then you have to do lots of effort in here, and here is the address of DHCP address, and especially you have to handle this IP firewall mangle and the NAT and the filter rules. All these are automatically done by this script. You see everywhere the script is doing, and here IP routes, these also done by this script. So everything is done by this. So this is the this is my first IP, first ISP that is getting internet, and this is the second IP that is also getting internet. Okay, so I'm just start a few downloads, so you will understand how this is working. So just I have a download here. I will start few other download, like okay, I just started at 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, around 10 YouTube at same time. So I can check how the system is working here. So first, this is the ISP1. I'm just clicking double click here. I can make it close. I can make it shorter. I just click here, and I am just making it place here, and same way I'm just clicking ISP2. Okay, now the two ISPs here, I'm just clicking the traffic here and also traffic here. Okay, so you know that from ISP1 2.3 Mbps 18.1 Mbps is getting, and from second 6.1 Mbps is getting. Okay, so sometime YouTube off if I don't click there, so I'm just clicking again. Okay, now you see the both ISP is getting internet from one another. Okay, you can check what will happen if the failover occurs. Okay, so you see that total 16 Mbps, 26 Mbps is getting from these two ISP. Okay, I'm just making one ISP disable. If I just disable one ISP, what will happen? What's happened that you just get speed from single ISP. That means this ISP is getting 0 and 6.1 Mbps is getting from this ISP. Okay, and I'm just making it enable once again. Now you see that it is getting the 9 and 11 Mbps. That means this ISP is also getting internet and this ISP is also getting internet. Okay, so same way I just disable the second ISP. So now this ISP is getting disabled. So now the speed is again lower. That means 6 Mbps. This ISP is getting internet only, and this ISP is not getting the internet. Okay, so I am just enabling two ISPs. So both ISPs enabling, and the load balance is working fine, and the failover is also working fine. Thank you so much. I hope you can do the load balancing in very easy and quickest way. And if you want to know anything, just comment. I will try my best to answer. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.